Hello, beautiful half-size me community. I am at the gym. I just finished up. Probably got the best compliment yet from a 90-year-old guy who asked me when I got done if I was training for MMA fighting and told me he think I could actually win. And so anyway, I guess small town living, sometimes they have a different perspective on what MMA fighting looks like. But I am here today to talk about Amanda's question because I think I can see this being one of a lot of people. So she had made a comment, Heather or community, I quit drinking the Pepsis, I'm not eating the junk, and my weight is the same. And a lot of times you've got to layer in many healthy habits before weight loss happens. And I'm going to be honest with you, if we're talking about weight loss here, so there's a lot of general healthy habits you can start to do, drinking less soda, eating more vegetables, things like that, right? Those are all good things to start with. Depending on where you are, some of those might yield a greater weight loss response than others. And if you are letting go of one thing but maybe picking up calories in another area, it could offset it. So if you've gotten a lot of good healthy habits down, the next thing you'll want to look at if you're thinking weight loss would be the tracking element. Okay, so maybe in starting to bring in some kind of tracking and or portion control into what you're doing. That's going to help you expedite the weight loss part of this. And focusing on, okay, right now I'm not tracking anything. How about if I start tracking breakfast and then adding in lunch and then adding in dinner? Start really small and start adding those things in. Become aware of where you are. But I'm going to ask you this. When you're thinking about all those wonderful habits you've changed, you stopped drinking the soda, you stopped eating junk food, you should be physically feeling better. You should notice you have more energy. You should be noticing that in general you have more energy than you did before and that you don't tend to feel like you're falling into a sugary coma at some point. Your quality of life is important to this. And I want to encourage you, don't look at what you've done just because you haven't seen the scale go down as it not meaning that you've been successful. So you've done some wonderfully successful things. If you're currently right now losing weight and you get upset because one week you lose a lot and then the next couple weeks you lose none or you gain, go back to the weight loss tracker, watch the video, start to focus on your weight on an average pound per week basis, not a week to week basis. So if you're thinking about, I lost 6 pounds in the last 6 weeks, well, that's great. You've lost an average of 1 pound per week. That is to be applauded. If you keep that up for the whole year, you're down at least 52 pounds. You've got to change your mindset around what it is you're looking at as your markers of success. We only get upset when our expectations are not met, but we often have unrealistic expectations or expectations that will not be sustainable for the long haul. So I want to encourage you, if right now you've made lots of great healthy habit changes, but the weight has not come off, start looking at how can I start to manage my portions or track my food. That's going to be the quickest way for you to do that. And I'd start building those habits in next if that is your primary goal. And then if you're somebody who is losing weight right now, but you're feeling frustrated because the scale is going up, it's coming down, it's staying the same, it's doing all this kind of crazy stuff, I want you to start to think about it. If I'm losing a half a pound per week or a pound per week on average, how can I wrap my mind around that to where I don't lose my focus while doing this? And again, that's why I created the weight loss tracker, and the video is really the most important part of that. So I would encourage you to check that out. You guys have a wonderful Thursday. I am traveling all day tomorrow, and I will be back home by Saturday. I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.